Hello and welcome to Snack Play Love. I've got a rare day off from work today, so I'm actually going to do a few drafts. I did this one the other day. The draft picks video is on my other channel. I'll try and put the link in the description if I can figure out how. We got a couple of powerful rares. We got Sea Dasher Octopus. We got a Death's Oasis, which in theory is quite good, but you probably mill yourself out in limited. But we ended up with one of the new Planeswalkers, Luca, Copper Coat Outcast. Exile top 3 cards in the library, play creatures. Exile creature you control, and then basically, I suppose it's a birthing pod effect really. You just find one with a higher CMC and the rest go back on the bottom of the library. So, in theory, we can get a Honey Mammoth or a Greater Sandworm, hooray. Or one of our 3 Rexes, which is kind of the payoff. I don't want to take any of those out the deck. I don't want to take this out the deck. This I probably could lose, but we're 9 cards over at the moment, so we want to keep Cat, Elemental, Nightmare, Dinosaurs and Beasts. And this is Dinosaur Beast, that's a worm, so it doesn't match. That's an elephant, so it doesn't match. So we would have to take a couple of our most powerful cards out of the deck to be able to use our, what are they called? Companions. I keep going to call them commanders. We've got a tiny dinosaur, which is good. Although, is it? I mean, whenever you cast a non-creature spell, how many non-creature spells do we have? 13, and we need to make cuts. So, the non-creatures we have are heavily clumped at 2. So that's a good place to start for cuts, because you want it to be a little bit smoother than that. So we've got the Cycling Payoff card, which we've been playing a lot today anyway. We've got the Cycling Destroys Flying card. We've got a Ramp Guy, which is necessary. We've got Destroy Target Creature with Flying, which Shredded Sails is probably better. I mean, they're going to make some big flies. We've got the really good Fight spell, which we want because we have 11/11 fighters. We've got a way to return the things we've cycled to our hands to cycle again. We've got a way to destroy target artifacts or enchantments, which is better than the Shredded Sails version of destroy just the artifact. And then that's it. I mean, if we really only got 6 cards, yeah, I suppose. So let's look at the 3s and 4s. See, Reptilian Reflection relies on us having some cycling, but I don't think we have enough. I was thinking that we're going to be cycling these, which is 4. And then we have 1, 2, 3 situational cyclers. So if we kept them all, Reptilian Reflection might be worth putting back in. I'm going to take it out for the moment because it kind of does nothing. This is fight versus in hand, and there's a very good chance we're going to have a big guy in hand. Do we want a 3/3 trampler? I mean, we've got 2/3 reaches. It's a mole, doesn't work with the Orphan Guard. We don't have the trample tribal things. And a 3/3 for 3 is pretty much the best you're going to get. Mutated trample creatures are really good as well. Genuinely don't know. Because Survivor's Bond can get stuff back out of the graveyard, can't it? So, let's have a look. That gets us lands, which ramps. It's brilliant. Those can't be blocked, which is kind of better than trample. More than 1 creature. But people are going to have big creatures. This is our lands destroying stuff. That's good. Cast a non-creature spell. I think we take that out for the moment. That is the first strike double striker. That can have trample or menace. So I think the excavation mole can go for the moment. Down to 45. Can't remember what that does now. That also has cycling, so that would be 8. That's great on tramplers, but otherwise he's a little bit of a cycler. I genuinely think that the Honey Mammoth isn't as good as these slightly more expensive cards. It doesn't feel like a trap, it feels like something that's great to mutate on, but are you mutating after 6? Or do we just have too many good things? Back down, have a look. So, first strike on our big guys, brilliant, gets us through Death Touch. That finds us lands and things. That has Trample and Pump ability. I don't know about Reach. I don't know that we want... See, this is it. I mean, we've got the Reptilian Reflection and we've got the Stinger. Both of these are good cycling payoffs. And did we keep the 5 mana one? We did. I do not know that this is going to do enough throughout the game. We need some low creatures, otherwise Luca's ability doesn't do anything. All of our non-creatures being at 2 means that we probably want to cast something at 1 that does have an effect on the battlefield. How many creatures do we have now? 16. We don't really want to go below that. We'd probably start to put these things back in. Because we've got some interesting sideboard in inverted comma versions of cards. We've got we've got Mysterious Egg if we're desperate. I mean, it's a reasonable mutate common. I mean, to be honest, I'm tempted to play this as a slightly oversized deck and see what happens. See, boars don't trigger anything really, so I probably only want one of those. I'm not putting the reach cards in because we've got this with reach, and that can give creatures reach for 1 extra mana. Well, no, 2 extra mana compared to the Sudden Spinnerets. It's not an instant, but you know, it does do things. Okay, I'm going to take the Stinger out. It's tempting to drop a land, it really is, but we need to get to 9 mana for the Rex, so that's not wise. See, that's cycling again, but first strike on the Mutite cards. Mutite? So how many cat elemental nightmare dinosaur beasts do we have? Cat, 2, elemental, none, dinosaur, beast. We've got a decent amount of dinosaur beast. I think we leave it in. You know, I think the other boar might be the worst card. Okay. Well, that's our game 1 pile anyway, so I'm going to click done on that and just pause momentarily. And we're back. Messages responded to. Let's go into game 1. I think I need to start pronouncing and talking a little bit louder just because of the fan noises from the Mac. I will try and figure out the microphone situation at some point, make it a little more professional, but hey, let's see. So right away we're getting matched against gold and people with companions. We're going to need to do some cycling, but we have had 3 mana punch spell, so we can literally kill anything. Well, anything less than a 7/7 on turn 3. If this was constructed or something, I probably would have not conceded. What's worse? Mulligan this because we don't have any early creatures. But let us see how it goes. If it goes. Is the opponent playing with the dragon? Is that what's happening? Oh, green. Hello. So ordinarily I'd want to twist the sandworm before I did anything else, but we're going to be cycling well. Realistically, we've got ways to destroy artifacts in the deck that isn't wilt, and I bet he's playing a lot of off-colour cyclists just to get down to one card in the deck. Oh, that's nice. Is that an instant or a sorcery? Oh, it's a sorcery. So we'd cycle the Sandworm first. Ironically, we don't even have the double green to cast these, let alone the actual mana costs. But we're only 2 drawn lands off. If he's playing Lutri, then literally the only card he can have with that ability is that card. He must have been stuck for lands. Or she, 2-footed giant. Giants can be female. What does this do? Okay, so that needs to die. Mythics generally. Generally need to be killed. Yeah, let's do that. I really want to impulse here, but we're 1 mana short of that. I can't cycle at the same time. I think I'm going to use this one. Target that. Real Godzilla. Say rah. Punch your mythic for 11. So now we can bin Rex because we need to dig. We really need to dig. Impulse for a creature, I think. If we don't draw one, that is. Because this was my worry. Okay, yeah, you're also struggling. That's fine. Has he got green in his cycling cost? He has. That's an absolute nightmare. We want to reveal... Oh, wow. Okay. So, did we play a land this turn? We did. We should not have played that mountain. That was a terrible choice. How are we at this point? No, why are you playing green? I mean, has he got first strike? No. We want him to power that up. So let's tap 1, 2, 3. He's just looking at my pretty lands, that's fine. Make a brush rag. And then end my turn. So he knows he can't attack. Because, yeah, it's fine. I have something that will be a 4/3 first striker. Is that an instant? No. I expect him to cast something like ludicrous, like an enchantment or a planeswalker, just to boost his Pyroceratops at this point. Yeah, considering we took a lot of our non-land cards, I mean our non-creature cards out, we've ended up with quite a few. He looks like he's going to try and kill something. He's in the awkward problem that he knows that the Marmoset's better now, but the Brush Rag is going to be a lot better later. I genuinely don't know whether we've got any creatures, any humans in this deck. Okay. So resolve that and see how he's splitting the damage. 4-1. Can we pump that? +3/+3. None of those pump. Well, I'm going to be doing that anyway. So, no blocks. Oh, you got me. You destroyed 2 creatures with your rare. So it does look like he's playing mono rares, which is fine because we took a lot of rares as well. So this would have been amazing last turn because we could have mutated and got some stuff. But now we basically just need to rock slide this. And then we pass our turn. I think we cycle Rex. We've got another one in the deck, haven't we? Pardon me. We're going to make you wait a little bit. Yep. 4% Rex. He will be like, what the hell? You got more of those? Oh, that's nice. Can we do that? TikTok, come on. New to the 8. So we're ending up with a Vigilant 3/4. Over. With first strike, potentially. And a bonus land. Oh, the Planeswalker was next. That would have been so much fun. I mean, I'm genuinely not sure how we win this. Yeah. Oh no, a 5/4. How are we ever going to cope? You attacking? I think you are. Past blockers. God damn it. I'm gonna get caught out by this slow thing. I'm just going click, click, click. Solve all the problems. Do you have a counter? If you have a counter, I lose. You don't. Do we draw mutates? But I don't think we've got any. Well, that's kind of unfortunate, because that's enough to cast all of my big boys now. Do we have vigilance? Oh, of course we do. Yay! 3/4 vigilant, first strike, trample, monstrosity. Well, it's just first strike vigilance. And mutates in the deck. Are we going to keep drawing lands now? We aren't. So what does this do? Let's just cast it and find out. Why is it using all my red? Weird as fuck. Yeah, we don't want to birthing pod. Watch us exile all the good stuff. Do we want trample or do we want menace? He's playing Otter Tribal, isn't he? Ooh, that's interesting. See, if this didn't have the vigilance, I could not attack. But now we can represent the otter blocks. I can humble naturalist and hope. I mean, what creatures do we have? I love this deck list facility. We have the spider, we have the rumbler, and we have Rex. So there is literally a 1 in 4 chance. Oh man. What are you pensing? Non-land permanent. Yeah, he's digging out the hole. So 5, 9. So 3, 3, 2 is 8. Although he definitely can't counter right now. Yeah, so it's just a vanilla 3, 2 now. And we want red. Just to balance things out. We would have drawn the spider next. Lest you have the trickery. Doesn't have trample though. That's a shame. Doesn't have first strike either. That is the main thing that I need to remember. Oh. Mornings, eh? I mean, it is basically 12 o'clock, so... Oh, I don't remember draft taking this long. Pardon me. This is why we don't play best of 3 though. Because the games just drag on. I don't have an hour to play draft. You swing it? Nice. You leaving it at 0-5? That's a shame. So he's had to use up most of his things. So now we get to see whether It's a card name effect or a... I mean, flipping stop doing it. 2, 3. If we don't cast a creature, then he can basically kill it. Yes! It's a card name effect, so we can do our Humble Naturalist. No, that's human, you stupid bastard. Is that the postman? Let me just check that he was going and not knocking. Yep. Anticipation. So, if Luca is still alive, we can definitely cast Rex, basically for free. We know that there are no longer any decent creatures left in our library, which is massively unfortunate. How many cards have they got left? 11. This is taking too long. I did not expect to be playing Mill. So we only need him to be alive. So my assumption is that we block like that. We risk the tricks. Yeah, you got bad cards as well, we know. Uh-oh. Look at him. What's the minus? The minus gets us a Migratory Great Horn or a Momentum Rumbler. Does it have haste? Counter? My prediction is you'll keep that. So it's reveal as well, so we're showing you what we've got. Okay. That was literally the best card left in the deck. I think with Lucca and cycling, we could legitimately want to play more than 40 cards. No way. That is not what I expected to be seeing. Did he hit anything? He did not, but he has milled me, and he now wins. Yeah, I don't think we attack. It's amazing that he missed with that card, because that is immense. 9 damage to me. No blocks. Yeah, but I have no other creatures in my deck. I cannot win if I block. Oh, there's no humans. It's an elf. Note to self, deck needs humans. I basically had to get 2 creatures then, one to block the flyer and one to block the non-flyer, but We're just having fun now. I do not think there was a thing we could have got that would have worked. Yeah, glowstone would have given me a big enough flyer, but I would have literally lost to the Sharknado. So that was definitely a gold drafter. That was somebody who knew what they were doing. They held on to the cards they needed to win. They managed to play around my Planeswalker, which was good. They kept the counter up for when they needed it, and so we are 0-1 in the draft so far. I think I'm going to stop the video here and then make some modifications at the start of the next one. Thank you for watching.